Hello students, welcome back to the English online classes. Yesterday we completed the lesson The Good Samaritan. So in today's class we are going to discuss the question and answers. So before to begin, let's have a recapitulation of the story. This is a parable and story is like a man was walking from Jerusalem to Jericho. He was all alone. What happened there? To robbers. Their robbers came and beaten up the man very badly and stolen all his things, and he was lying on the road. He was bleeding badly. And on that way, who came? First, one priest came there, but he did not help the man. One priest came, but he did not help. And secondly, one passerby came, but he did not saw him, means he did not saw, he did not means he did not help. And now the man is helpless because no one helped him. So who came next? The next one Samaritan came there. Who fell there? That man was one man who fell. The man was injured. He was Jew, a member of a Jerusalem, means Yahudi. It is the name of one community. They both are enemies. Who? This injured man and the Samaritan. Both are enemies. They had been enemies for 100 years, means they were strongly hated each other. So what he did, the Samaritan? That Samaritan very gently, very softly lifted the man's head and brushed out all the dust out of his mouth. The Samaritan, without thinking that they are enemies, he helped the man. He went near, he tried to raise him, and very gently he lifts the head of that injured man, and he brushed out the dust out of his mouth. And next he had given some water to drink. With that water he cleaned his eyes also, and he poured some wine on his wounds, on injured person's wounds. Why did he do so? Because to clean that wounds and as a treatment of the injuries, to heal the wounds. In olden days, people used to pour the wine to heal the wound. So same the Samaritan poured the wine. So what happened next? After that, what he did, he carries the man on his donkey and came to the town. He was very weak and he was unable to walk also, so he carried that person on his donkey to the town. Then the Samaritan gave some money to the innkeeper. Inn means a house providing accommodation, food, drink, and etc. It is a house, it is a place. So innkeeper means he is the owner of that house. The Samaritan gave some money to the innkeeper and told that to take good care of that person and put him in a clean bed and do good care of till he becomes strong and well. See, finally who helped? That Samaritan helped to the injured man without thinking that they both were enemies. Even though their committee is not having good relationship, but the Samaritan, without thinking of that, he helped the Jew. As I told you, this is a parable. Parable means a short simple story which teaches moral or religious lesson. This parable, this lesson, Jesus is telling this story to his disciples. After telling this story, he asked to his disciple that who is good among all these three. Of course, Samaritan is a good person because he helped the injured man. So what is the moral of the story? That we should help everybody who is in need. If they are a stranger also, we should not think that. So even we need to help that stranger. This is the moral of the story. So now we will discuss the question and answers. The first question is, these are true or false. The first traveler gave the robbers a good fight. No, it is not true. It is not true. The man suffered serious injuries. Second one, yes, it is true. The man was suffering very badly because of serious injuries. The sight of the wounded man frightened the priest. Yes, he got scared. He was shocked. The priest was shocked because to see that man, he was wounded. Next one, describe the pitiable state of the man in two short sentences. The man lay bleeding to death. The man could barely raise his head to beg for help. Next, I don't want to dirty my hands. Who said this to whom? Who said this? I don't want to dirty my hands. Yes, it is said by the second passerby. The second passerby said this to whom? To himself, he said. Okay. Next, I'm sure he is no one I know. Was this a good reason not to help the wounded man? No, this is not a good reason to help anyone. We should help the person who is in need. It is our duty. Who helped the wounded man? Who helped the wounded man? Yes, the Samaritan helped the wounded man. Next, did the Samaritan have a reason not to help the wounded man? If so, what was that? The man did not have a reason not to help wounded man. It was his love. It was his kindness. Love for mankind made him to help the wounded man. The man was Jeev, who was wounded. Jeeves and Samaritan both are enemies. They both were enemies for centuries, for hundred of years. But still, despite this hostility, this enmity, the Samaritan helped the wounded man. Next, the fourth traveler had noble and generous feelings. True or not true? Yes, it is true. He was very generous. He was very liberal. Next, there was something special in the fourth man's act of kindness. What was that? What was it? The wounded man was a Jew. The man who helped, he was a Samaritan. Jews and Samaritan both were enemies for 100 years. Despite this hostility and this enmity, the good Samaritan, that Samaritan helped the wounded Jewish. Okay, the next. What first aid did the Samaritan give the wounded man? What was the beast of burden in the ancient days? First, very gently, the Samaritan lifted the man's head and brushed the dust out of his mouth. He took some water and cleaned the man's eyes and gave him some water to drink. Then he put wine on his wounds to clean them and make them heal quickly. Then he carried the man to the town on his donkey. The donkeys called the beast of burden in the ancient days. Next, the Samaritan was well to do. Give two reasons for this after reading the text. Well to do means rich. The Samaritan owned a donkey and carried wine with him. This shows that he is well to do, he is rich. And also he gave some money to the innkeeper to take care of the wounded man. Yes, this also shows that he is a very rich person. He is very well to do. Next, who narrated this parable? Yes, this parable was narrated by Jesus Christ. Next, What moral lesson did Jesus teach through this parable? Jesus taught his followers to love everybody and to help everyone who are in need. Next, this is the grammar part. Now, working with your partner, rewrite the space of sentences as a single sentences. See students, here two sentences are there. What we have to do? We have to make them as a single sentence. Here there are two sentences. Out of those two, using those two sentences by using conjunctions, we have to make them one single sentence. First one, you did not ask me for a loan. I did not give you a loan. These are two sentences. You did not ask me for a loan. I did not give you a loan. These are two sentences. We have to make this one sentence. How you will do? We will use the conjunctions here like neither and nor. Neither did you. How we will do? Neither did you ask me for a loan, nor did I give you one. Neither did you ask me for a loan, nor did I give you one. Next, I caught the ball at the boundary line. They lost the match. This is simple. I caught the ball at the boundary line and still they lost the match. She ran very fast. She caught the chain snatcher. She ran very fast and she caught the chain snatcher. It is easy. So next, here this is about word formation. So here you can make nouns by using the verbs. Note that the suffix er combines with verbs to form the nouns. Okay, what we have to do here, by adding er we can to the verbs, by adding er to the verbs we can form nouns out of that verb by adding er. See here, te, this is a one. Here they had given two letters. We have to fill this blank by adding some more letters, and out of that verb, these are the verbs, and we have to form a nouns out of that by adding er. This is te, it is teach. Here we have to write teach, that is teach. It will be teacher. Dr, here dream, it is dreamer. Plan, that is plan, it will be planner. Okay, the rest of the words you make it by your own by adding er. These are the verbs. This is for your homework. First try to fill these blanks. It will be verb and add er to that verbs to form nouns. Okay students.